Everyone, it's Alia. This is my dog Juice. He wanted to be on the couch with me. He's a little needy today. If you've been following me on TikTok or Instagram, I've been posting a lot more there. I haven't posted a YouTube video in probably a year and a half, almost 2 years now, so I'm so sorry. But I am currently 3 years and 3 months off of testosterone, which feels like it should be longer. But I finished in February 1st of 2021. Let's just get into it, what's been going on in the last year and a half. My hair has been growing and I want it even longer. As far as hair growth, I got laser. I've stated that in previous videos. Everything's been good with that. I probably need about 2 to 3 more sessions on my face. They're just the normal chin hairs that a lot of women get. So I just wax. I will say, I don't know if my voice has gotten softer since the last videos, but the biggest thing that's different and that has changed is that I've started my breast reconstruction journey. I started in January of this year, so 2024, and I've just had my second surgery in April. So this is what I did. I'm gonna go over the whole aspect of it. So I have insurance, I have Medicaid, and through Michigan, sorry. And I just went with a surgeon that was in my city. I just made an appointment. I said, I need to talk about breast reconstruction. They set me up with a doctor, and I went in for my appointment. I explained to him my in detail situation, what's going on. I did talk to my primary care physician, and I did get a letter from a therapist. I don't know if I needed those, but I wanted to be prepared. What those letters both said were that I am logically sound. This surgery is deemed medically necessary for my gender dysphoria, and yeah, basically that's it. If you have any type of gender doctor, therapist, they'll know what to write for it if it's needed. So the first appointment that I had with him went really, really well. He said that he could do it, that it was what it was gonna look like. He was very confident in that. And what I was going to get was fat grafting. So what that is that it's liposuction from your stomach area or your thighs. They remove that, they then clean it, and then they re-inject it into the breast to form a breast. You have to do multiple sessions of this. It does kind of fluctuate a little bit, but I'm going for 4 to 5 sessions because I'm young, I'm 29, I'm very healthy. I'm able to go every 3 months. The downtime is 2 weeks. I felt fine after 2 weeks. I was able to go to work, I cut hair, I've been good. And it takes a lot longer for your body to actually fully heal. But let me rewind a little bit. So I went and saw this surgeon. Everything seemed really great. His office manager dropped the ball. I just never heard back from her. I kept trying to get in contact with her, and so I just was like, you know what, maybe it's a sign that it's not gonna work with this. So I went to another surgeon who was known for breast cancer reconstruction for patients in the Detroit area, and I had an appointment with her. And she basically told me that she didn't think it was gonna work. She didn't think that she could do fat grafting. If anything, I'd have to do expanders, get implants if I wanted a breast that looked real and natural and all of that. And that's not what I wanted to do. So there's a video of me on TikTok and I think on Instagram that I just feel very defeated. I'm crying in the parking lot because I'm just like, I don't think that this is feasible. So I go and find another surgeon, and this was just like a plastic surgeon near where I live, and she said she didn't know if it would work, but they don't take insurance, and it was gonna be like $17,000, and that was just for one of the surgeries. And I was like, well, I could maybe try and take out a loan, but that's like, I needed more than one surgery. So I waited a little bit longer, and then I reached back out to that old surgeon, and and since it had been so much time, I had to make a new appointment with him. And so we talked, and I told him what happened. I said, I was trying to get in touch with you, but the woman working the office just dropped the ball, and he apologized, and he was like, I'm gonna take care of this. Like, I'm gonna reach out to your insurance. I'm gonna do it all. I was like, okay. Within 3 weeks, I got approved for the surgery. It's fully covered, and I just couldn't believe it. That phone call that I got in, I think it was early December of 2023, I was just like, oh my God, it's real and it's happening. So my first surgery, everything went well. I got really sick, so I think that prolonged my healing process, but that was about it. I took 4 weeks off of work because I just needed a break from work anyways. I hadn't taken any vacations, so I took that time off. Then 3 months later, I got my surgery in April, my second one. The second surgery is where I felt like I didn't need to wear any breast inserts anymore. Like, I could just wear a very thin, smooth, skin-like bra, and I was fine. And that was just all I could even hope for. So to know that I'm halfway through and that's what it looks like, that made me very, very happy. If this was all I could get, I'd be happy, just to give you guys, an idea. It is very, very nice that they're taking the fat from my stomach. That's always been insecure part of my body. I've never been able to get rid of, and for the first time, I'm looking in the mirror and I love the shape of my body. I do still want to work on myself more and be more physically active and all of that, but I'm very, very happy. My biggest concern with these surgeries was, am I gonna feel still bad about myself even with the surgery? Is it gonna, make me feel better? And I can 100% honestly say that it does. The confidence that I have, the way that I feel when I wear clothes is it's through the roof. I can feel myself glowing and shining, and just knowing my worth. And it's interesting that doing something like this for your body that's so superficial in a sense can make you feel so secure and worth it. So yeah, I'm very, very, very happy. The photos that I have, in detail, I go on Reddit. There's a detrans subreddit or something like that. I don't really know how to use Reddit that much. But I post on my profile. It's under the same username as all my other socials. These are vulnerable photos that I'm posting. I put them out there because I know people need them. I'm sure there are gonna be people that are curious and just wanna see anyways. But I think that there are women who have breast cancer, there are women who have detransitioned and got double mastectomies for that reason, and just don't know what it's going to look like realistically. On just a real regular body that's unedited, that's not maybe super slim and all these things. And so if you're very curious, this is something that you want to do, please go check out my Reddit page. I'll tell you this, I could not recommend this surgery more. The risk is pretty low. I think, I feel like the only thing is maybe you'll have some scar tissue underneath that's hard, or little bumps and stuff like that, or maybe your stomach's not gonna look as smooth depending on what your body looks like, but it's so worth it. I mean, I have tattoos, I have other scars, I have all these things that I was just you know what, I just need the silhouette. That's all I need is the silhouette, and I'll be fine. And so if this is something that you're looking for, try and get your insurance to cover it. My surgeon said that any form of breast reconstruction should be covered. It's not something where you have to have cancer in order for it to get covered. I don't even think that you need to have gender dysphoria. As long as it's deemed a reconstruction by the surgeon, they should cover it, depending on the insurance that you have. So just try and keep trying. Get letters that just do not give up if this is something that you think you need. It is feasible and you can get it done. Other surgeons might, say, oh, I don't know if it can be done. I'm telling you right now, it can be done. Even if it's just a little bit, it can be done. The medical field is amazing when it comes to things like this. Other than that, life feels really good. I feel like when these surgeries are done, I have one more in July, one more in October, and possibly one more in January of next year, I'll be done. I don't think I'll ever think about my detransition anymore in the current. I think I'll just look at it look back at it as like, oh, I remember when I transitioned. I'll be like, oh, I remembered when I detransitioned. That's about it. I don't think that this is going to carry on with me for the rest of my life. Obviously I advocate, obviously I educate, you know, you Google my name, it's everywhere. It's something that I can't escape. And I'm learning that it's something that I don't want to escape. It's something that is very true and authentic to who I am. And I'm not ashamed of that. And I don't feel guilty about that. I know that me being open and vulnerable helps so many people that's worth it. Even if it helped one person, that's worth it for me. So for those of you that are maybe just coming to terms with wanting to detransition, it seems like a long journey, but it goes by so fast. When I think about the first day that I admitted it to myself and where I am now, I'm like, wow, that flew by. And your life doesn't need to be consumed by your detransition. Like, you have other things going on for you. You're working, you're going to school, you're dealing with family stuff or relationship aspects or, you know, anything like that. Like, I think sometimes a lot of the conversations I have with people are, they're so scared to tell their family about their detransition. They're so scared to present feminine or masculine, whatever the opposite of what they're presenting is, in front of the world. But I promise you, no one is thinking about it like you are. No one is. And if they are, who cares? You have to do what's best for you. You have to just take that leap of faith. You have to just jump into it and see if it works. Because the thing is that if you're having this feeling now, it's not gonna go away. And I think a lot of people think that, oh, well, if I don't think about it, it'll be fine and I'll just continue on my path. Well, a couple years are gonna go by or a couple months are gonna go by and it's gonna come up again and it's gonna keep coming up again. I don't think everyone who transitions is gonna detransition. That's not what I mean by that. But I do know that the people who are questioning it and are realizing they want to and then go back, it'll come back. And I say that because that was my experience. Is I thought about it and I was like, you know, maybe it's fine. I'm already here. I'm already doing this. I got into a relationship with a feminine woman, and I was like, well, she likes me like this. It's gonna be good. Well, we broke up, and I felt the same way still. I hid those feelings. I just, you know, pushed them away. I didn't want to deal with them. And the longer that you wait to deal with them, the more you're going to wish that you dealt with them sooner. And I've had, you okay? And I've had many conversations with people that wish that they started when I started, or wish that they just, you know, didn't care what anyone thinks. And it takes time to get to that. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. But I promise you that if you are thinking about this and you want to do this, you can do it. It's gonna look different, you know, you might not look like every other person that's going through the same journey, just like when your transition happened. But if you truly feel like that is how you need to feel aligned, then go for it. If this is someone that's watching this is about to transition and they just want to educate themselves on all aspects, I think that's amazing. Back when I transitioned, I didn't have this. I never heard of detransitioning. I didn't know what that would look like. I didn't know that there were people that did that. And so I stayed on hormones for 7 years, and I think if I knew that, I would have realized sooner. I'm not upset about that fact, but that's life, right? We're just making decisions based on the information that we have in front of us. But educate yourself on all aspects. Know that there are some things that are permanent. So once you do something, you might not be able to go back. Or it just might be a little bit harder to go back. It doesn't mean that you don't have gender dysphoria. It doesn't mean that you're not trans. It doesn't change your identity. I definitely have gender dysphoria still. I definitely have severe body dysmorphia. I look in the mirror, I look in the camera, and I do not see the same reflection back that maybe others see. And I've just learned to deal with it in a different way. I learned that this is my body. This is the body that I was born into. And I just need to be a woman in my own way. I have to figure out my femininity in my own way. I look at other women and I'm always like, oh, I wish I could look like her, or whatever the aspect is. And I know that there are women that look like me and probably think the same thing. And that will always happen within society. But Find out how you want to be, regardless of how you identify. Look how you want to look, dress how you want to dress, wear your hair how you want to wear it. Even though I do say that I feel like a woman now, like I identify with that, I still think that every woman is different. You know, it's not just one box that I'm in. I heavily resonate with that I am a woman, and I went through this trans experience. I do feel like my trans experience is valid, though. I don't feel like I was not a part of the trans community. I very much was, and I did a lot for that. And I've made peace with that, and I feel okay. But yeah, I'm 3.5 years, and everything feels great. I feel really good. I mean, from all the other videos, everything's still the same. I feel like I look more feminine even more. But I think after these surgeries, I'll probably pretty much be done documenting, because there's not going to be much changes or, you know, anything like that. I think it's just going to continue to get better, and my body's going to keep regulating itself. But if you guys have any other questions, you can either post a comment here, you can DM me on Instagram. I try to answer as best as I can. The only thing that I think that maybe you should look out for in the future is these surgery updates, and I think I possibly am going to write a book soon. I just have to get motivated on that, but I think that that would be a great way to share my story as well. So yeah, keep a lookout. Like I said, I'll try to respond to you guys as much as I can. I'll try to really, you know, post about things, but just know that it might be scary what you're gonna go through, but you can do it. There's no fear. Juice wants to be on camera real quick. He is just all over me today. But you know, life can get better, you guys, and it can be really enjoyable, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? So I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.